Hello, it's Phil Thatch, and I am here in Knoxville, Tennessee. I'm on the 11th Street parking garage, the top floor. I can't remember how many, is this like the 9th, I think? 9th floor of the 11th Street parking garage. And I've made a couple of panoramas of Knoxville when I've hung around with my daughter who's making the video clip right now. And one of the viewers, a guy named Stephen Stewart, always says, hey, next time you're in Knoxville, you should make a pano from the top of the 11th Street parking garage. So Stephen, we're here at the 11th Street parking garage. I've got the Canon R6 and my 24-70 2.8, and I'm going to make a pano of this area right here. My tripod is too short to clear this wall, so I've got it kind of mounted up here at this corner. This tripod has a bubble level at the top, which is great for panos. So when I put my camera on here, it is leveled and ready to go, and it should stay level all the way across. I'm going to do this thing at about, looks like at about 50 millimeters. Let's get this ISO to 100. I'm already at f11. I'm going to focus on the sun sphere. That should be good. I'm going to shoot at 1/250th f11. I'm going to overlap each shot about 50%. It's not really the best light for this. I'm going to have to pull shadows a lot to get this just right. And of course, take a picture of your hand. All right, here are the photos that I made for the panorama, these vertical shots: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 shots. Then I combined them together right here in Lightroom and made this panorama, which I did have to raise the shadows because these buildings were very dark. But here you see the Knoxville skyline. There's the sun sphere, which was, this is the site of the 1982 World's Fair and all the other buildings of Knoxville. Let's see how much resolution this is. 12,791 by 4593, so lots of resolution, even though the R6 that I made it with is kind of a low resolution camera. So I've got the 17-40 on, and I'm making a 25 or 30 second exposure of the library here. Got a 10-stop neutral density filter on, and I've got the camera perfectly level, and because the lens is so wide, I've got the whole building, but it's mostly in the top half of the frame, and that will allow the lines to be straight. I'll crop the bottom of the picture out. Okay, this is the 30-second shot that I made, and I had the lens and the camera perfectly level. And the reason I did that is because I wanted these vertical lines on the library, and it is really interesting architecture. It has so many vertical lines. I wanted them to be straight, and if I had tilted the camera up, which would have made the library more in the center of the shot, then those lines would be crooked. So I used the ultra wide and made the camera level, and then I just cropped the bottom of the shot out and ended up with this. And you can see it looks really cool, and it's a 30-second shot, so the clouds are interesting looking. The trees are kind of blowing around, but I think the final version, even though most of the shot or half of the shot is cropped out, is really cool. They have really cool robots here at the university, and they are great at making their way around traffic. They deliver food. This is the pedestrian walkway which goes down, and there's a bridge that goes across a road down here, and we'll see that later. This is where the little robot just went down delivering the food, and I did the same thing with this. I set the camera level, even though there's a lot more foreground than I probably wanted, and made the long exposure shot. And this is the final version right here. Turned out pretty cool. Well, now I'm here at Gate 21 of Neyland Stadium. This is the main entrance to Neyland Stadium. And like if game day is ever here, they set up kind of right over that way. But I'm not taking a photograph of Neyland Stadium right now. Across the street from Neyland Stadium and up the road about a half a block is the Student Union, and there's a bridge that goes across the road that says the University of Tennessee. So I've got the 17mm pointed that way, still using the 10-stop and making a long exposure of this scene right here. And this is the shot that I made down at gate 21. This bridge right here is where we were standing before when the robot went down the hill and went across this bridge. Matter of fact, right over here you can actually see a little bit of the library that we photographed earlier. And same thing here, even though there's way too much foreground, I did not want to have the camera tilted, and then I just cropped the shot to make it look like this. Kind of a fun way to do landscape photography. Now you can do this same sort of thing with a tilt shift lens, but I was kind of getting the same effect as a tilt shift lens without using a tilt shift lens. Well, I guess that's going to do it for us here from the University of Tennessee campus. And I think it's really cool that Casey, as a rising sophomore, a student who lived here all last school year, we're in the middle of summer break and she likes this campus so much that she wanted to take the 2-hour drive up here and walk around the campus because she likes it a lot. So that does say a lot for this school. We hope you enjoyed our panos and long exposure pictures. And as always, we look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye from the University of Tennessee, Knoxville.
Bye.
Go Vols.